Ranking the best quarterbacks in Madden 24. We are back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be updating quarterback. Now, right before we do go ahead and get into the new cards, I want to take a look at the old tier list real quick. And honestly, I think the only quarterbacks that should have been in S tier were Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco. I think Mahomes, Michael Vick, and Otto Graham should have been more along the lines of this A tier right here. And now what I think needs to change is I think every quarterback comes down 2 tiers. And now this is what it's looking like. No one in the A or the S tier yet. And also I should say as well, the reason why it's looking like this too, I value that set feet lead ability way more than hot route master. I think set feet lead is a game changer. I think hot route master is still very good, but again, at the end of the day, it's all about your scheme, your play style, but this is based on mine. Now we are going to get it started right here with an 88 overall Jalen Hurts. Didn't know whether to cover him or not. This is a card where if you have Amazon Prime, you can go ahead and get a free player every month. This month it was 88 Jalen Hurts with 84 speed, 86 acceleration, 87 throw power, pretty decent accuracies. Gen 2 was a release. That's going to be a pretty common thing we see today. And from an ability standpoint, just doesn't get like the set feet lead or anything. So for me, he is going to go ahead, go in the F tier. Doesn't get hot route master either. After that though, we do get Jake Browning with 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 throw power, pretty good accuracies. Every quarterback we're going to cover today is going to hit the accuracy threshold. Has Gen 2 once again, and this time for his abilities, he once again doesn't get the set feet lead or the hot route master, and that's what I'm really looking for to make this list. The only quarterback that doesn't get one of those abilities that did make the list is Lamar Jackson with the best release in the game. Right after that, we get 91 overall Baker Mayfield. He's 84 speed, 83 acceleration, 92 throw power. This time has Slinger 7 as a release. This isn't really a bad release, but again, don't think it's the best in the game. And from his ability standpoint, he's a gunslinger gift wrapped quarterback, which I do think gift wrapped is still necessary. So it would be gunslinger for 2 AP and then gift wrapped for 1. At this point in the game, I just think it's not really too good. For me, he's going by like a lot of people that get that stack in the F tier. And now we get a stocking stuff for Zach Wilson. Starts at an 82 overall and upgrading with snowflakes, he is up to a 91 with 88 speed, 93 acceleration, 91 throw power. Once again, generic 2 as a release. And if we look at his abilities, once again, he is a gunslinger gift wrapped quarterback, no set feet lead, no hot route master. So to me, at this point in the game, just really no point to run him. Also going in this F tier. Now we jump up in overall a little bit to 92 Matt Stafford with 77 speed, 75 acceleration, has 94 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds. This time Slinger 6 is a release. This release right here has a major hitch, I believe, on the left side of the field. It might be the right, but on one of the sidelines has a major hitch, which just isn't good, right? If we look at his abilities right here, you can go ahead and get the set feet lead, which I do value. No hot route master, but on this card, I would run set feet lead, gunslinger, and also gift wrap. In total for all 7 of your AP, not great AP value anymore, but for me, getting that set feet lead ability, I am willing to put him by like Kurt Warner in this D tier. He also doesn't really have too much mobility or anything, but I think right by Kurt Warner is a good spot for him. Now, after that, we do get Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts has that 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 94 throw power, great accuracies across the board. Also has generic 2 as a release. And the one thing that I think is just bad on the card, this right here, sense pressure paranoid. I think a lot of people that use this card complain that he misses passes, gets a ton of under pressures. This right here, man, sense pressure paranoid. Don't love that on the card. And if we look at his abilities this time, right, I do love his AP value. He gets gift wrapped for 0. He can run hot route master or set feet lead. So set feet lead, gift wrapped, and potentially I do think you do need gunslinger on this release. So gunslinger for 6 AP total. I still think he is a great quarterback card. To me, however, when we take out Zero Chill Theme Team, I think he is essentially the same card as Otto Graham. So I'm putting them like right by each other. This kind of looks a little bit bad. I'm going to go ahead and move up Jalen Hurts and Otto Graham. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think they're essentially kind of the same card. And I do like them more than Field Pass Vick, more than Patrick Mahomes as well. And you could argue placement, like you could have Jalen Hurts and Otto Graham topping as this B tier. And right after that, we do have Angry Runs Will Levis with 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 94 throw power this time. It's all the accuracy threshold. Slinger 1 is a release, and this time sense pressure average. Again, the one thing we're trying to avoid is sense pressure paranoid. And Slinger 1, I don't think it's a terrible release. I don't think it's unusable. I just don't think it's the best in the game, and I don't think it probably isn't even top 5, which it might be. He gets unstoppable hot route master though, so you can earn hot route master in game. He also gets set feet lead, gunslinger for 1 AP. He does get the hot route master ability as well. I think for a while, he was the best quarterback. But for me now, I think there is a tier of quarterback better than him. For me, he is better than everyone in B though. I am placing him in the A tier. And after that, we get Justin Herbert. So Justin Herbert, 87 speed, 84 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. This time Slinger 5 is a release. This is the same release as Warren Moon, which I do not like. I hate that release. So for me, this card's going to rank lower. If you like the release, all the power to you, but I do not like this release. And when we look at his abilities and everything, he does get the gift wrapped for 0 AP, set feet lead, potentially gunslinger on this release as well for 6 AP total. Could go the hot route master direction as well. Justin Herbert, in my opinion, is a better version of Warren Moon. I should have said that because he doesn't get the set feet lead. For me, I don't think he makes B tier though. I just hate this release. I really do. Like I said, it's preference, but for me, he's like top in the C. I would rather use everyone in B tier over him. Again, I just do not like his release. And now we get Andrew Luck. So Andrew Luck, 89 speed, 85 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. Best release in the game with traditional 4. I really don't think there's an argument for any other release. This is the best in my opinion. Since pressure ideal as well. And when we look at his abilities this time, the reason why I say this is the best release as well, you do not need gunslinger with this release in my opinion. So what this allows you to do is gift wrapped, set feet lead, 4 AP total. I think that right there is Andrew Luck's argument for the best quarterback in the game. I think there's another card that we'll cover that does have an argument as well, but for me, Andrew Luck is firmly in this S tier. I think you can make the argument that he is the best quarterback in the game, and I wouldn't say you're wrong. And right after him, we do get Joe Burrow, 0 chill with 85 speed, 83 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. Has traditional 2. I think this right here is the second best release in the game, but I do think traditional 4 is substantially better. And once again, since pressure ideal, we're just trying to avoid that paranoid like Jalen Hurts. And when we look at his abilities, this is the thing for me, right? So he doesn't get Howard Master. He doesn't get set feet lead though. Set feet lead, gunslinger, and potentially gift wrapped for 6 out of your 7 AP. I don't hate that. If he would have got Andrew Luck's abilities and just run set feet lead, gift wrapped, I think that's runnable with this release as well. I just really don't love his AP value, and also he doesn't get the best release in the game. For me, he is the top end of this A tier right here. Top end of this A tier for sure. I just do not think he is S tier, and he's going to be my quarterback 4. I think he has the best argument from A tier to be S tier. And now we get kind of the scam cards right here. We get 93 cover athlete Lamar Jackson, and then after this we'll cover 93 cover athlete Michael Vick. These cards do have 94 overall versions. That literally right after those 2 cards, we're covering that. So the reason why I said these are scam cards is, so like I upload like some TikTok videos as well. I get comments a lot, and I think like that's a good gauge of like the casual audience, right? When you look at the 93 and the 94, you're like, oh, the 93 is only like a couple minus stats here and there. The thing about quarterback in this game is it is so ability driven. Quarterbacks that get the good abilities are better than the ones that don't. So while he only has a couple plus or minus stats than the 94, he is nowhere near as good, and this is why. So speed, acceleration, throw power, everything looks great, right? Traditional 4, best release in the game. When we look at his abilities though, right? So he does get like the Trezor, the running gun. That's cool. That's fine. But his main ability combo though is gunslinger and gift wrap. And that is just so dated at this point in the game. At most, I could put him C, but again, doesn't get the set feet lead. I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this card D and then drop this Lamar in the F, because I mean, this card is better than this one, of course. Don't think he's on the level of the C tier because again, he just doesn't get the abilities that are top end in the game. And right after that, we get cover athlete Michael Vick, 93 overall, which pretty much same exact story. 94 speed, 92 acceleration. This time again, Slinger 1 is a release. Already talked about Slinger 1 earlier, my thoughts on that. So the thing on this card though is he does get Gunslinger for 1, and again, Truz, escape artist, whatever, but it's like Gunslinger gift wrapped in total for 2 AP total. And again, no set feet lead, no how route master. To me, I just don't like this card. So I would avoid these cards, but I will go ahead and slightly place him in the D tier by the other cover athlete Lamar. And now we get back-to-back Michael Vicks right here. So Michael Vick, 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. Again, Slinger 1, of course. And we look at his abilities this time, right? So he can go ahead and get escape artist potentially. That starts on. Gets unstoppable hot route master, and other abilities, set feet lead, gift wrapped for 0. I like that combo. Gunslinger, set feet lead, gift wrapped and 12 for 6 of your AP. Again, I don't hate the ability combos he can get. The thing I will say though is I don't know if I like or hate on Michael Vick's cards. He gets some unique animations where like if you try to roll out and sometimes you try to throw the ball away, he'll like randomly spin or like juke. That's a little bit annoying. I do think this card is great though. For me, this Michael Vick is right here for me. I think I like Joe Burrow better because of the release. I could see you arguing Michael Vick is better because of like the speed and everything too, but it just really depends on playstyle. I do not think he's S tier though. The only release right now that's going to be an S tier for me is traditional 4 because I think it is that good. And right after that, we get 94 overall Lamar Jackson with 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 94 throw power, 90s across the board for accuracy. This time again has that traditional 4 as a release, which again I think is the best in the game. Abilities this time, X factors, everything. Has running gun that starts on, unstoppable Howard Master, unstoppable escape artist, Truz. And if we look at his abilities as well, so he can go ahead and get set feet lead, gunslinger, and then gift wrap for 6 of your AP. That's the one thing I will say I don't love. Like if he had Andrew Luck's ability sack, I think he has a very good argument for best quarterback in the game. For me though, I still think he is absolutely amazing. For me, this Lamar Jackson is going to go ahead and make the S tier. I don't want to see he's the odd man out of S tier, but like I do think Andrew Luck and another quarterback we're going to cover is more like a 1A, 1B, and Lamar is like number 3. And right after that, we do get 94 overall out of position quarterback Derrick Henry. A lot of people were excited when they revealed this card, but I'm going to be honest, this card to me is kind of useless. So 92 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'3", 93 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds. Gen 1 is the worst release in the game. This is the worst release in the game. From an X factor standpoint, unstoppable escape artist, unstoppable gunslinger, whatever. But like actual abilities, right? He just doesn't really keep up in my opinion. Like gunslinger, gift wrap, once again. You can say this card is D tier and whatever, but I'm placing him F tier because of the fact that he has 1 million coins and he is the biggest waste of coins that I've seen. I just don't really think this QB Derrick Henry does anything for you. And now last card of the video right here, we do have out of position quarterback William Perry. That is 6'2", 335, 94 speed, 90 acceleration, 95 throw power. Again, hits all the accuracy thresholds. This time, once again, traditional 4 as a release, best release in the game in my opinion. And this is where I think he may have an argument over Andrew Luck. So he gets escape artist or Truz that starts on. And I think if you want to take advantage of that, makes sense. But also like specific playbooks, you don't need all the apprentices that like Andrew Luck could give you. So getting set feet lead and gunslinger for 0 AP, I think is crazy. So set feet lead, gunslinger for 4 of your AP, and then again gift wrapped on top of that for 5 out of your 7 AP. I think that is fantastic value. So for me, I think William Perry is definitely elite, and I think you can make an argument William Perry or Andrew Luck for best quarterback in the game. It's really a toss up for me. Like you can make arguments either way. Andrew Luck could potentially get you another apprentice, or once again William Perry does get that gunslinger for 0 AP. But yeah, boys, this is exactly how the quarterback is looking for me. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? And again, at the end of the day, it's all about play style. This is based on mine and what I think. You can have a different opinion. If you guys did enjoy this video, want to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you guys do want to watch me use some of these cards live, play with these cards live, either hit that noti bell on YouTube or also check the links in the description. Been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Would love to see y'all in some streams, man. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here, because this was actually the reason why I moved on from Michael Vick and why I think Anthony Richardson is better.